real to me. Sunday night, service over. Preacher on the steps, shaking hands and chit-chatting. Gentle hum of a small-town Sunday dinner's cooking. Midsummer sun setting on the horizon, waves of purple and pink cotton candy clouds, dancing lazily around a fat golden orb in the azure skies, clashing gently against the green of the tree line south of town. Feeling like Alice under the tree, filled with curiosity, witnessing the world slowly turn under a heavy, nostalgic haze. Time slowed to a crawl, and the dust hung in the still air. Cacophony of goodbyes and well wishes swelled behind me as car doors slam and engines crank and rumble, shattering the daydream momentarily. Alone in my little world and nowhere to be but there, I sat on the curb to wait for the masses to vacate, staring at my feet to avoid the judgmental glances, stomping my foot down across the concrete to occupy myself. My foot crushed a small pile of yellow leaves, discarded early from the oak across the street. A stunned beetle stood immobile where its leafy home just was. A bit of guilt and sadness washed over me. In my distracted frustration, I had destroyed its whole world. I watched closely as the creature walked diligently back and forth along my shoe, touching it occasionally. I became fascinated by the sunset's reflection on its back, as it tried its best to move this rubber mountain that crossed its path. Slowly, I pulled my foot back just enough to clear the way, and my sunset beetle sat in amazement for a moment, clapped its pincers together a few times, and darted triumphantly past my foot, sunset shimmer sparkling in its glossy black carapace. And for a moment I thought about the world as a whole in a new context. Lost in my amazement, and my mind inevitably returned to thoughts of God and this tiny creature that was so human in its reactions. Curiouser and curiouser as I fell further down the rabbit hole. Was this beetle praying to move a mountain? Did his little beetle brain cry out to an idea of God? And did my foot moving away increase his faith? Maybe it was the imaginative mind of a bored child, but it was real on some plane. Maybe where caterpillars talk and playing cards guard castles full of hearts. Maybe the scale of creation's understanding is misunderstood by the most intelligent creatures on earth. On some level of existence, that is truth. Sunset Sunday beetles praying to an almighty God, and humanity is so blinded, choosing highways and skyscrapers built up by the hands of men, over rivers and mountains handcrafted by a loving Father. And here I am in my small corner of the world, spending my precious time watching the slowest, smallest of things give glory to the Almighty, forever changing my perception on reality, even if it wasn't really real. It was real to me.